Hey guys, welcome back. Legend Bardock. Yeah, he's coming tonight. Still little odd choice to me. I'm not saying that Legend Bardock didn't deserve, or Bardock didn't deserve a unit, but kind of an odd time when Saiyans are pretty dominant. And he's just gonna be ran alongside Gohan and Namagoku. Yippee. Yeah, I mean, sure, Bardock. Sure. He is super yellow, which I feel out of the options we had, that's probably not the greatest option. I mean, I understand why they did it. They do have this tendency to make newer versions of characters the same element as the older version. We've seen this time after time with the transforming Namekoku, the OG Namekoku, with the Legends Limited one. We saw this with the Sparking Full Power Frieza and Legends Limited Full Power Frieza. So the and of course the Vegito and the Legend Vegito. So this is tendency, and I understand, but yellow right now, little iffy. We already have solid yellows in the meta. Namagoku is still kicking, unfortunately. We have Super Saiyan 4 with his unique, very powerful unique equipment. So yeah, this isn't gonna really spice up anything in the meta, but sure, yellow. At least now he has this very, very good Zenkai buff with the old LF Bardock. He is a defense type. Let's go ahead and check out his max stats. Remember, gotta get rid of 13,000 for the arts boost. Okay, interesting. He has a very high strike compared to Blast, like very. 200, what is that, 278? 268 strike attack, and then 236 blast attack. That is low. Defenses are solid, of course, he's a defense type. He's sitting at 182 and 178. Pretty good. He is on Anime Original Sagas, which we haven't seen in a long time. He does hold a high area reduced key -50 card. And his only teams are Saiyan and Team Bardock. So yeah, that is going to be an issue, unfortunately. Saiyans. He has so many, he has so little of these tags. That's interesting. He does have damage guard penetration stacking on his strike and blast cards. I did see this. Each one gives 20% damage guard penetration for 10 counts, which is pretty good. And he has blast armor, which is nice. Blue card, Final Revenger, massive damage, impact, on activation special move damage, plus 50% for 3 counts. Per defeated battle member, he gets an additional 40% blue card damage that is uncancelable. And on hit, he reduces enemy Dragon Balls by 1 twice. That is very strong. So, at peak performance, or if he's last man standing, he will be getting, what is that, 130% special move damage? That's pretty good. That's very good, actually. And, of course, the Dragon Ball manipulation is nice. Green card. This is a stop time green. He draws a card, 10% HP, 50 key, 20% damage for 10 counts, and then he gets cover null for 5 counts. And then per defeated battle member, he gets another card, and then he gets an additional 20% damage. So he has the chance to get 60% damage, which is not nothing. That's a lot. And he can draw 3 cards from this, which is interesting. And ultimate, he does supreme damage. On activation, he gets 50% ult damage. He gets endurance nullification, and per defeated battle member, he gets 25% unique gauge and critical damage plus 15% for 3 counts. So crit damage, so he probably is getting or stacking crit rate somewhere else in his kit. So he can get unique gauge. I read up a little on this, but we'll go ahead and see in a second. And pretty good. Main ability. Destroy a card, then draw an ultimate arts next. That's good. That he frees up a slot. 30% HP, 50 key. Cancel attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. And seal all enemy main ability for 10 counts. That is quite a while. And then, of course, Like always, cancel attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions is good against stuff like bleed, paralysis, and especially arts cost up, which units like Ultra Trunks are doing, Revival Gohan's doing. Who else is doing it? I guess the Daima Goku, the new one that just released, the Super Saiyan 3. He's doing it. A good amount of characters. Tamagami 2. So yeah, that's good. And then if there are 2 defeated battle members, he gets type neutral for 10 counts, and he reduces enemy vanishing gauge. Okay, that's interesting. This is like a different spin on Ultra Spirit, the Universal Spirit Bomb Goku's mechanic, where if the enemy has 2 defeated battle members, then you remove vanish. But for this one, if you are last man standing, then you'll go type neutral and reduce vanish, which is interesting. He does have his legend action is low area, very similar to Piccolo or Legend Piccolo's, and he gets 50 ki, cancels enemy buff effects, and then draws special move arts next if he has a defeated battle member, and that is limitless. That's interesting. Buff effects is going to be good for those that go type neutral, so other legend characters. I'm pretty sure Legend Super Vegito goes type neutral defensively whenever he changes area. Is that the only one? I think so. I will say it could be a little iffy if you're trying to legend action the Vegito, because he does destroy a card when you change his area as well. So you might not be able to get the blue card off if that is your last card in your hand, but that's a pretty good effect. The ability, if Saiyan, he gives 38% to double defenses, and then if Team Bardock, 22% base strike attack. Why they didn't include Team Bardock? Well, I guess it doesn't matter because there's a lot of overlap. Unique ability, 340% damage, and then 290% damage guard. He actually does have the highest base damage guard in the game. That's pretty good. I don't think no one's able to tank, so we'll see. But he does have very high defensive stats, so that might be something. Where were we? He has 70% key recovery, and he has draw speed, base card draw speed, and then he supports Team Bardock or Goku damage 30%. That's just to make sure that Gohan does not Gohan doesn't get any more support than he already does. Because I can just imagine this guy's yellow, you slap him on the team next to Namek Goku and Revival Gohan, or you slap him on the team next to Gohan and Super Vegito, or you slap him on the team with Super Vegito and Goku. And the thing with him being yellow is that you overlap a lot of the Zenkai buffs with Namek Goku, so that's a plus for using that team. Yippee. First unique ability. On battlefield entry, draw a card if hand has 3 or fewer, 15% HP, key 40, and destroys one enemy card. A very minor disrupt there, but pretty good. On Striker Blast Arts use, draw special arts next one time, and that resets when ally is defeated. That is very similar to the Blue Legends Limited Super Saiyan Goku, the second one, where the first time he uses unique gauge, he gives you a green card, and then when an ally is defeated, it resets that and gives you a green card then as well, which I find pretty interesting. He also gets cover null on landing or using a card, which is good, instead of just entering the battlefield or landing a card. Both of those cover null conditions suck, so him having it on use is good. And he stacks crit rate, 25% for 10 counts up to 50%. That's kind of similar to LF Babies, because Baby stacks crit rate as well. I don't know if it's for 10 counts. I actually think it's up to 60%, but you only get 3 counts per each. Let me try to find it. Yeah. Now, critical rate plus 30%, 5 counts up to 60%. So, Bardock has critical rate plus 25% up to 50%, but for 10 counts. Which one's better? I would imagine this one's better just because it's longer. And you don't have to just spam cards for this. So I think Bardock's is better. When hit by enemy arts or on area change, damage plus 30%, 15 counts. All enemy arts cost plus 10, 5 counts. So he is also increasing arts cost. Very similar to Ultra Trunks, very similar to Super Saiyan 3 Dame Goku, very similar to Revival Gohan, very similar to the Ultra 4s. Damage when you're getting hit is interesting. Kind of useless, in my opinion, but at least he does have 15 counts, and you can utilize Blast Armor in this way, although that is pretty unreliable. And area change is always nice, because he can affect that. When allies defeated, you get 100% unique gauge, you get 40% uncancelable damage, and you get 15% unique gauge charge rate. You can actually double that, because that says when allies defeated. And if you're last man standing, you'll get 2 instances of that. So you can get up to 80% damage and then 30% unique gauge charge rate. While not defeated, an enemy activates special move, Ultimate Awakened Arts or Rising Rush. 30% unique gauge, ally subcounts -3, and all enemies special move, Ultimate Awakened Arts power -30%. Okay, that is a good subcount manipulation, and we'll get to his unique gauge in a second, but that does tie heavily together well. He does have a blast cover change, which is nice because a lot of the units that we've been getting recently have been having strikes. And of course it's comboable with the blue. His unique gauge is a sustained damage type and a release type. It starts as a sustained damage type at 50%, and when unique gauge becomes full, it switches to release type, cancels attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions, and ally subcount -3. While release type, he's in indestructible state with 70% uncancelable damage and permanent defensive neutral, as well as nullifying abnormal conditions. So indestructible state, my understanding of this is you just cannot die. You cannot die even if your health reaches 1. You guys know when some unit's indestructible pops, it does that little shield that you can't get rid of unless you drop combo or something like that. So no matter how long you keep attacking, it's gonna stay up. My understanding is that indestructible state is just you cannot die, even through the drop combo. Even through the drop combo or anything like that, you're just unable to die, which is interesting. Defensive neutral, that's going to be good against Buhan. Abnormal conditions, that's going to be good against Trunks. Maybe Ultra Zamasu, I guess, who has that death AoE with the paralysis and the bleed. And then release type, when unique gauge reaches 0%, switch to sustained damage type. You get 20% fixed healing, which means it's not affected by like health restoration up, or on the opposite end of the spectrum, health restoration down, and you get 50% uncancelable damage for 15 counts. The sustained damage type charges slightly when hit by enemies and when other allies are hit by enemy arts, and the release type decreases when on the battlefield. So based on the wording, slightly is similar to Red Beast Gohan's pre-transformation gauge, which took a while, but at least with him, he starts off with 50% charge, and you'll be able to get charge rate as allies die, and you'll get instant charge rate whenever the enemy activates a blue card ultimate rush. So keep that in mind. The issue with this, though, I mean, it's not an issue with the kit itself, it's just you're not really able to see from the sidelines how much unique gauge you have on Bardock. It just doesn't show you. It just shows you if you have the unique gauge or not with that little dot indicator. So that you just have to be aware that you have to keep track of that if you're trying to avoid or if you're trying to tank a rush or something like that. But yeah, he looks good. Again, he is a Saiyan, and I wish they had done anything but a Saiyan. A powerful opponent would have been nice, you know, like a Jiren or something. But sure, he looks good. He looks very good. He is going to be quite annoying to fight, and yeah, let's move on to the next one. We do have a new supporter with Great Ape Tora. He seems to be one of those typical what's called those typical combo disruptors. So level 1, it targets ally on battlefield. If all of the following are met after 100 timer counts have elapsed from battle start, 1 time, 3 enemy battle members are a powerful opponent. There is a defeated battle member, and you are hit by strike arts during enemy attack. It interrupts enemy combo and deals damage to enemy. So this is the first time a supporter is actually able to deal damage, which I find pretty interesting. 3 powerful opponent battle members. How often are you seeing a full powerful opponent team? We might this season because there's a bunch of characters coming on to boost. But if we just check powerful opponents, we of course have Buhan and Ultra Kid Buu with his platinum equipment. And then you see Janemba every now and then, Ultra Zamasu every now and then, 13 every now and then. Ultra Full Power Frieza might make a resurgence because he is going to be on A tier boost this season. But he's not going to be able to tank. He's sitting at 220% damage guard post boost. This guy could make a resurgence. He is in S tier boosts. Any other powerful opponent you're really seeing? Not really. Ultra Golden Frieza is coming back in Z tier. Baby's okay now with Super Saiyan 4 Goku's unique equipment. That's pretty much it. You're not really seeing full powerful opponent teams. You might see Regen with the 2 Boos and Piccolo, but not not full powerful opponent. If we max it out, let's see how much it changes. If all the following are maxed after 50 timer counts have elapsed from battle start, 2 or more enemy battle members are a powerful opponent. There's a defeated battle member, and you're hit by a strike arts or most forward charging special or special move arts during enemy attack. So yeah, that heavily lowers the restriction. But, you know, it's nice to have a supporter that'll work against Buon. That's good. And he is giving 10,000 to blast attack and strike defense, so let's keep that in mind. It looks good. Finally, supporter for Buon, or just powerful opponent in general. Let's go ahead and move on to the equipment. We should be getting several equipment this week. Ultra Space Time Rush is resetting. PvP is resetting. Co-op is resetting. That's just bare minimum at least. Yep, here is the PvP equipment. This is for all Saiyans. Health Restoration 12%, 12% base HP, 15% strike defense, and 12% to pure defenses if this character is Anime Original Saga. Okay, that is pretty good. That is a very good defensive equipment, actually. I'm not sure if there's any warrant to building Bardock defensively. We're gonna have to see. But if we are, then this is pretty good. What other Anime Original Saga Saiyans are there? Let's see. Actually, it'll be under this, right? Anime Originals, yep. Saiyans. The old LF Bardock. The red Bardock, who is getting a Zenkai next week. But he is a melee type. That's pretty much it. So, of course, and crit rate up Bardock, but not really much warrant. We're gonna have to test him out and see. But yeah, solid defensive equipment. I think they didn't give him any offensive equipment because that's already available through this one, which it came out next to LF Goku and Bardock. It's already a offensive PvP equipment, so I guess they didn't feel the need to make an another offensive PvP equipment. Okay, here is the co-op equipment. This is for Saiyans again. Base Ki recovery 20%, 12% to own pure strike and blast defense when tag Team Bardock is a battle member, 12% to pure offenses when Team Bardock is a battle member. This is pretty good. First slot is a whole lot of nothing though. Why are they giving 20% Ki recovery? I have no idea. That could have easily been HP, and that could have made this a top tier equipment, but I guess not. I'll get like 2 of these, I guess. The good thing about this one is it's not. It says Team Bardock is a battle member, not other than this character. So, LF or Legend Bardock will fill this own requirement. So what else are we missing? Oh yeah, Kaioken, the green Kaioken is getting his unique equipment. So we'll look at that. There it is. Let's go ahead and check out the Awaken equipment first. Oh, we just took a look at this equipment. This is the equipment again that came out with Goku and Bardock. This is a PvP equipment, so I'm curious how they're gonna make this. This is for Team Bardock. 25% base critical, 12% to HP and blue card damage, 20% base strike attack, and 20% to own strike attack if a tag Team Bardock other than this character is a battle member. It was looking so good too. Okay, they've been doing this recently where they've been restricting a lot of these really good equipment to their tags. We saw this with the previous one that came out with the Super Saiyan 3 Mini Goku. You need a full diamond team, which realistically isn't very plausible in high ranks. They restricted this one, which is, you know, it's less restrictive because Feature Trunks Saga other than this character, there's a lot of that. This one, full regen team. This one, Saiyan other than this character, God Key other than this character. This one per regen. This one especially for the mini Vegeta for full Daima team when he didn't even fit on Daima. So they've been doing it recently and I'm not really a fan. Team Bardock. I mean, other than Goku and Bardock, who's going to be on Z tier, and then the red Bardock that's getting a Zenkai next week, who's going to be on featured boost. As soon as the season ends, this equipment becomes useless. Unless you have to run this guy next to Zenkai Bardock. Okay, it's a really good equip. It's just, why is this? That's such a heavy team gate. Sure, man. Okay, Kaioken Goku's equipment, very out of left field, but hopefully it's good enough. Again, this is for the green Zenkai Kaioken Goku. 30% HP, 100% base defenses, 15% health restoration, 180% damage guard. And then slot 2, 250% inflicted damage, 100% base offenses, 100% cure recovery, and 40% blue card damage. On battlefield entry, he draws a green card next 3 times. On cover change, enemy key minus 50. On special arts activation, the following effects occur. Key plus 50. Drop to 2 cards if hand has 3 or fewer. Let me just refresh myself with what this guy does. Zenkai, non-LF. I'm checking on the website right now. I know he gets his Vanish back a lot. He gets his Vanish back on his main ability. He's just a very slippery character. He does extra damage to purple. And he reduces extra damage from purple as well. So that's a good thing against Legend Vegito. He actually supports 20% to allies whenever he uses a card. Up to 20%. 5%. So 4 cards used and he's supporting, which is cool. He's stacking damage, he's lowering health restoration for enemies. He has base 70% damage inflicted and reduced damage received by 30%. When he enters the battlefield, he heals 10% 3 times, restores ki by 30. He gets 25% damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 20%. So he has, what, 55% reduced damage received on top of 180% damage guard. On top of Zenkai stats, he restores own Vanishing Gauge by 70% when this character performs a Vanishing Step twice. When he performs a Vanishing Step, he gets 40% to cure cover for 10 counts. He gets double card trust speed for 10 counts. -5 to own Strike and Blast Art's cost for 10 counts. Shortens ally sub counts by 4 times. If there's defeated battle member, he gets a second ultimate. I actually forgot about that. He restores HP by 40% and ki by 40. He has card protection, and he nullifies attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. Okay. Green card gives him cover null, so he doesn't get cover null on entry, which is why he gets a green card on entry, so he gets that. Blue card is a long-range blue card, and he gets 2 ultimates. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. I mean, stats alone, he might work. 180% damage card on top of 55% damage card. I'm not entirely sure on that. Or sorry, 55% reduced damage received. I'm not entirely sure on that. But he should be able to do good damage. 250. What's his damage looking like? He gets 250% from this. Extra damage against purple. We won't count that. He gets up to 45% damage on using cards, so that's 295%. He's stacking damage. He has base 70%, so that's 295 plus 70, that's 365. And he gets an additional 25%, so that's 390. 390% damage, that's pretty good. Yeah, 390% damage. I mean, yeah, that's pretty strong. So he should be able to do damage. Tanking wise, I'm not entirely sure, but solid equipment. I just realized we forgot to check Bardock's total damage, so let's go ahead and do that really quickly. Starter ability gives him 340%, and then he is supporting himself, so that is 370%. Where else is he stacking damage? We can count that, I guess. What was it at? 370. 400%. When allies defeated, he gets up to 80%. So we'll just count one of that. That's 400. What is that? 440. 440%. And then 70% on release type. So that's 510%. Which goes down to 490% when you're on sustained damage type. Okay, yeah, so like 490, 500-ish around there. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, that is it for the new character information. If we want to go ahead and check out the data mines real quick, shout out to Hydros. There we go. There's the arts for Bardock. Looks good. Got the Team Bardock members in the back there. The supporter art looks clean as well. New events. We are getting a final showdown. So this is the campaign Saiyans versus Frieza Force. This is for this is just for the Kaioken Goku. This is the new addition to the equipment. I'm pretty sure they said this was a dual tower, which I find cool. That's 600cc right there. Here's the banner. He does have the pity and support drop rates up on step 1. PvP season. This is a 3-week PvP season. Yippee. The sales, not worth it. This is one of those world events. The backgrounds there, the PvP icons there, card sleeves, Kid Vegeta, banner, the new equipment, PvP messages, and hold on. Okay, where were we? There we go. Ultra. Where were we? Oh yeah, here's the featured list. Bardock, supporter, Vegeta's good. Well, he should perform well, because he's on S tier boost. Nappa and Vegeta's a bit of an interesting pick. Why are they here? I have no idea. Besides the fact that they're Saiyans, Goku and Bardock might perform well on Z tier. And of course, this LF Bardock is going to be his best bench, because he's giving HP. And Yajirobe's coming back. That's great. Mainly to coincide with Full Power Frieza, who is also returning. With Krillin. And Golden Frieza's coming. I might actually summon for him, because he's going to be on S tier, but we shall see. Ginyu Force is also coming back, because they are also on S tier boost. And that seems to be everything. Yep. Alright, that is it for this week's update. We have a lot of stuff for this new campaign. This is one of the teams that I'm going to be using him on. But yeah, he looks good. A little salty that he is a Saiyan, but we'll see. Let me know what you guys think about this release, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.